Bueno, esto ya lo estoy grabando. Una cosita que he de mencionar, que aquí se ve a Yaka con una pistola. Cosa que le va totalmente extraño a Yaka, obviamente, porque Ayaka es de, pues, espadas. Rose and Muskets. Rosas y mosquetes. En teoría en este debía llegar Navia, pero no creo que vayan a poner dos personajes nuevos en una. Bueno, sí, ya lo hicieron con Nubilet y Brasley. Así que supongo que va a venir Navia y ella. Creo que es de las pocas veces que realmente hay gente que no se puso en plan a filtrar todo. No sé qué esperar, la verdad, de la 4.3. En la 4.2, pues más o menos pues ya sabemos cómo funciona. Van poniendo cosas de... Van poniendo cositas y poco más. Pero nada del otro mundo. Esta imagen no me lo esperaba. Eso de con Ayaka con una pequeña pistola de antigua. Supongo que si le ponen a alguien la pistola también sería catalizador o arco, pero sin arco. Y ya con un mosquete. Sería curioso. Sería curioso sin duda. Que no creo que suceda. Yo sigo esperando algún día que agreguen nuevas armas que yo ya sé que no va a suceder, pero soñar no cuesta nada. Y cuando digo con soñar me estoy muriendo de sueño también. Bueno, tampoco tanto, pero sí, sueñito ya caigo. Así viene, supongo que vamos a ver... Esto parece que es una actuación. La de hasta atrás supongo que es un personaje X, o quién sabe, a lo mejor es un personaje con historia y todo. Últimamente con los eventos también se lo han sacado de vez en cuando, El último de Freminet, la historia de Tixi está bastante buena. Y yo me alegro con eso. Que creo que cuando suba esto aún no todavía no voy a subir ese... No sé. Bueno, se viene. Y el Livestream también.
Assume that you know why we're here, right?
I've checked the perimeter. The coast is all clear.
All right, then it's time. Time to shop for the latest fashions at Chioria Boutique. Huh. Don't you think something sounds a little off about that line?
Yeah, this is Chioria Boutique that we're talking about. I feel like we need something that sounds, I don't know, a little more extravagant, maybe?
We'll have to talk about it later. The lights have been turned on and the audience is already here. The program is starting.
Oh, hi. Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 4.3 special program.
Esto suele dar media hora nada más, así que bien.
As you can see, our show is sponsored by
mí
Chioria Boutique, one of the leading fashion
cositas.
houses in Fontaine. But before we go any further, let's take a moment to watch the version 4.3 trailer.
Okay, el
Camera
trailer.
operator. That can be a pretty technical job. Are you really up to it? Wait, you put no thought into finding a good camera angle, and the characters weren't in the shot.
And positions, everyone!
Nice to meet you.
Buen
I
ángulo.
am Navia, the president, leader, commander-in-chief, executive director, and boss of Spina di Rosula.
Pregunta de Radiant Rose.
Hey there!
¡Boom! ¿En serio va a sacar mosquete así de la nada?
Umbrella warfare, I
Es como un hacha.
fire!
All right, cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready.
Oh, Marina's really kicking
El canon
this
siendo
into
canon.
gears, the director.
Props and lighting set the scene. Actors can get
Pero
their
ni-
makeup done. Extras, go over your positions. Camera ready, get the clock
Chiori.
aboard. Actors to your
Xavier,
positions.
vamos, Xavier.
Action!
El que no haya hecho la misión de Shabin y Inazuma
Pay for the
se ha
death
perdido
of our
mucho.
mother.
Ayaka.
You're just as naive as her. Did you really think 2 muskets would be enough to defeat me?
Your crimes are evident.
Churros, Executor of Justice, la ejecutada de la justicia. Lanza, ok.
Drop your weapons. Justice will prevail.
Quiero.
Not bad. The actor's emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take. We'll move on to the next scene.
Yo y Milla también.
Did you really think you'd get away?
Chavras.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell.
Oh no.
Excellent! That was beyond mesmerizing. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine. Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean, the good kind of waves.
Uf. Esto pinta bastante bien, ¿eh? No digo nada y lo digo todo. Al fin y al cabo, ya que había dicho que quería ir al ver el mundo después de lo que pasó en todos lados, pero que no podía. Supongo que ahora está más libre. Es que me interesa Chiori, supongo que se da 4 estrellas. Supongo que va a ser la manager de Ayakawa, que va a ser la actriz. Xavier, joder, el que no ha hecho su misión se ha perdido
Welcome back
mucho
to the version 4.3
muchas
special
cosas.
program, everyone. I'm Sarah Miller Cruz, the voice of Lumine, and today I'm joined by...
Hey everybody, I'm Brenna Larson, the voice of Navia, president of the Spina di Rosula.
And I'm Erica
Hey,
Lindbeck, the voice of Shavras.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is the first time we've had you two on the special program.
So excited.
It's so great. Okay, so actually, we have a tradition on the program where we all get to sing everyone a little song.
Oh.
Huh?
Okay, nice try. I've seen the special programs before.
You don't want to sing a song? We can sing a
I
little
love
song
singing,
about
listen.
Genshin. You know, Genshin Impact. No, okay.
Ooh.
Back to business. Okay, like we mentioned before, this program is sponsored by the Chioria Boutique. So while we're sharing content from version 4.3, I also wanted to get some inspiration.
Chiori fue el que le hizo el traje a
We don't want to
Akira,
let
si
our
mal
client
recuerdo.
down.
Yeah.
Que no habíamos
And
visto
speaking of new
nada de ella.
content, we can't have a new version without introducing some
Claro,
new
se me
characters.
fue.
As you already
Claro,
saw in the
Chiori es la de la que
Navia
hace
and
eso.
Shavras will be our new playable characters.
Yay! I'm sure many of our viewers are already familiar with Navia.
Dime que su arma va a ser un hacha, por favor. La cagaron con Nito.
But who?
No dándole
Shavras.
un mazo
Indeed.
Oni a él.
Other Fontaine characters have already mentioned Shavras before in their voice lines, but Shavras will finally
Y que
be
no ve
making
que la
an
ulti
official appearance in
de
version
Ito es eso.
4.3.
I'm so excited!
Una masa Oni.
Oh, by the way, what do you think of letting one of our characters from the new version take the lead role in our commercial?
Oh, well, I mean, if we're shooting a video for Chioria Boutique, then I think Navia would be an obvious choice. After all, Navia's clothing was designed by Chiori herself.
Wait, Erica, that was actually a really natural sounding product placement for Chioria Boutique. You're amazing at this.
I know it sounds
Vamos
like
a tener
product
misión
placement,
legendaria de
but
Navia,
Chiori
supongo.
really was the designer who created Navia's outfit. Next, let's have a look at her fashion show.
Ooh, and by fashion show, we mean her character showcase.
I always say that blind optimism isn't the answer. If you want a bright
Otra que le ataca el
you have
viento.
to go out and see
Sí, es una
with your
hacha.
own 2 hands.
Dame, por favor. Dame un hacha.
This one's got your name on it.
Proper send-off from the Spina with love.
Toda
I'm
sonriente
sorry, can
después
you
de
take
todo
a
lo que
moment to
sufrió.
appreciate how perfectly Chiori customized Navia's clothes and accessories to reflect her personality? She clearly pays a lot of attention to the small
El yelmo
details.
de la
Erica, I
radiante
love
rosa.
how seriously you're taking the sponsorship. It's really great.
It's important.
While we're on this topic, though, Navia's parasol seems pretty interesting. On the outside, it looks like a delicate accessory used to block out the sun.
Toyosaki
But on
aquí.
the inside, there's actually a secret
¿Qué Toyosaki?
firearm that can be used to ward off enemies at a moment's notice. It's
Bueno, no.
elegant and fierce all at once. Just like Navia herself.
Exactly. Even when it comes to her enemies, Navia is not the type to eschew basic etiquette, so she prefers to maintain appropriate distance while in combat.
Es
While
una
using
puta
her
hacha,
elemental
gracias.
skill, Navia opens her gunbrella and fires multiple
A ver,
Rosula shard
que-
shots that can pass through opponents,
que la
dealing
cinemática
geo
utilizó
damage upon a
la-
successful strike.
el hierro
For
blanco,
a
o sea,
period of
la-
time
una de
after
Monster.
using her elemental skill,
Pero me alegra mucho que
Navia's
le hayan
normal,
puesto una...
charged, and plunging attacks will
una
deal
puta hacha.
increased damage and become infused with the power of Geo, which cannot be overridden.
Now, when Navia's in combat, there are these little markings around her that look like bullets. I wonder if that's
Uh-huh.
some sort of ammo for the gunbrella?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you
Ooh.
guessed it. When a character in the party obtains an elemental shard created from the crystallized reaction, Navia will gain crystal shrapnel charges. Navia will consume these
Oh.
charges after unleashing her elemental skill. Her skill damage increases with the number of charges that she's accumulated.
Oh, okay.
Eso es
So
muy
you're saying
bueno.
that Navia's elemental skill becomes more powerful if she works together with other characters in the party to trigger the crystallized reaction.
Ella directamente no puede ser
exactly.
parte del...
Navia's elemental burst calls forth
De
the
un equipo
Rosula Dorata Salute,
Geo
which
Suprema, sí, pero
unleashes a massive
tampoco está tan
bombardment
mal.
on opponents in front of her, periodically dealing Geo elemental damage. I should also mention that Navia will accumulate crystal shrapnel charges at certain intervals if she strikes enemies with the Rosula Dorata Salute.
Ooh, now that salute is spectacular. That's awesome.
Ay,
I
todavía
heard
carga
that the Spina
más.
di Rosula likes to perform firearm salutes before important negotiations. You know, as a way to celebrate future success. And don't misunderstand, you guys. It's not an intimidation tactic at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's just the Spina's way of showing respect in their own way.
Yeah, totally.
Not intimidating at all.
No.
As the president of the Spina di Rosula, Navia is always trying to collect the latest intel by exploring all corners of Fontaine. When
Esas me
Navia is
gustan mucho.
dispatched
Lástima
on
que
a
Monster no
20-hour
tiene ninguno, me
expedition
parece
in
todavía.
Fontaine, rewards gained will be increased.
Okay, so we just mentioned that Navia is the president of the Spina
Ahí
di
está,
Rosula.
su misión
So
legendaria.
I think we should bring up Spina's contributions to averting Fontaine's
Supongo que va a
prophesized
tratar
crisis.
más de cómo
I mean, it
está
was all
superando
thanks
la
to
pérdida
Navia's leadership.
de todos, ¿no?
Exactly.
De sus
Some
más
people
fieles
even
hombres.
lost their lives during that disaster. I'm
Ahí
certain
está.
that those events weighed heavily on Navia, but she remained tough and committed to leading the Spina.
Yeah.
Yeah, and while we're on the topic of Fontaine's crisis, though the prophesized dangers are over, the town is probably still busy rebuilding everything, right? I bet Navia's gonna be occupied with that for
Pero
a
vamos a
long
tener
time.
otro personaje con parche.
Definitely. That's something that travelers will be able to see for themselves. Navia's story quests, the Rosa Multiflora chapter, will become available in version 4.3. The Spina will be working diligently to rebuild Poisson. Though repairing the houses will be straightforward, the emotional distress may be much more difficult to address. If you're curious about how Navia and her crew are going to proceed, then be sure to check it out.
Ugh,
tiene
I'm
una
so
puta hacha.
excited!
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
looking forward to seeing what happens. Okay, so now that we've introduced Navia, it's time for Shovers to be in the spotlight.
Chubres.
Okay, I know that since she's a newcomer, you probably
Shimoji
can't
Shino.
wait to learn more about her. So let's get right
Shino
into it.
Shimoji.
Okay, how should I introduce her? First off, Chevres is the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. It's a Fontainian organization that handles all sorts of difficult cases and dangerous criminals.
Ooh.
She doesn't like to appear in public without good because so if you happen to run into her, it's likely that you're in some sort of trouble.
But as long as you're a law-abiding citizen, there's no need to worry. Chevres is actually really easy to get along with outside of work.
Ah, vamos.
Feastos are just the best snack. They're easy to carry with you and go with so many sauces. Final warning!
Definitivamente la que hacen los Fatui, las Fatui, mejor dicho. Las ejecuteras. Espero que esas bombas también se muevan con ataques anemo que los puedas juntar.
What? That was so fire. And I'm not just talking about her skills.
Estiro.
Oh my gosh, look at her idol animation. I love that she loves snacks. That is so awesome.
She's a girl's girl, and she gets it.
Yeah, she gets it. She really does. She's not exactly what you'd expect from the captain of the special patrol, though, right?
I guess that's kind of true. I mean, Chevrous's work as a captain can be really stressful. I mean, I can't blame the girl for indulging every once in a while to relieve some stress.
Supongo que está en la
She
parte
even
de
adjusts
atrás.
her training regimen to make up for her snacking habits.
Las visiones en la
She
parte de
trains
atrás
more than
de
any
varios
other
personajes.
member of the special patrol.
En serio,
The
femeninos.
platoon really admires
Y
her
luego
for that.
censuran esa parte.
Wow, okay, she's got some willpower. That is awesome. She's really admirable.
The Special Patrol prioritizes combat ability above all else, so the organization often attracts some eccentric personalities.
Okay.
Yeah. The Special Patrol used to have problems with insubordination, but ever since Chevrolet took control, everyone has fallen into line, which does not surprise me at all. She commands respect among her peers, and she's a formidable fighter, and she leads by example. Though she demands excellence from her platoon, she holds herself to even higher standards. She always tries to be an example for others to follow, whether it's investigating cases or in marksmanship practice.
And it looks like a lot of her skills involve using a musket. She must be a pretty good shot.
For sure. Chevrolet and her musket are basically partners in crime. They're inseparable. She definitely knows her way around a firearm. Chevrolet uses her musket to fire at opponents during her elemental skill. For a period of time after unleashing her elemental skill, Chevrolet will continuously restore HP to the active character on the field. During her elemental burst, Chevrolet fires an explosive grenade with her musket, which will split into secondary explosive shells upon impact.
Ok, va a tener la habilidad de correr. O va a correr más o...
Wait,
O va a gastar
I
menos
noticed that Chevrolet
estamina.
has bullet-like markings around her during combat. Can she shoot a special type of ammo?
That's right. Chevrolet obtains an overcharged ball when a nearby party member triggers the overloaded
Parece que
reaction.
cura también.
Holding Chevrolet's elemental skill will consume this special ammo to unleash an even more powerful pyro attack that covers a larger AoE. This attack will also grant an attack buff to all pyro and electro characters in the party.
Okay, so that's where the name Overcharged Ball comes from.
Chevrolet actually came up with the name herself.
Ok,
She
otra
was
que va
reading a
junto
novel where the
a la
protagonist
Raiden.
believed that names held a lot of power. If you give something a cool-sounding name, then you've given yourself an advantage over your enemies. That kind of logic resonated with her, I guess.
Oh, well, I guess she has a point.
Oh, I should also mention what happens if Chevrolet is paired with all Pyro and Electro characters. If your party contains at least one character
pasa
of
un
either
dúo.
type, then triggering the overloaded reaction will cause an opponent's Pyro and Electro resistances to decrease.
Okay,
Pasa
so it
equipos
seems like Chevrolet
Pyro
could
Electro.
really shine in an overload team comp. But I also did notice that Chevrolet isn't solely limited to a musket. She also uses a polearm in combat. Okay, honestly, if I were a criminal, I feel like I'd be pretty nervous if she came after me.
Oh, for sure. Most people who have something to hide avoid her like their lives depend on it. And maybe it does. In all seriousness, though, that's why Chevrolet trains so hard. She has to be able to catch a wide variety of cunning criminals who try to evade her at all costs.
Me la van a
So
poner
when
difícil,
Chevrolet is in your party, stamina consumption from sprinting is
Ok, ahí está.
decreased.
Oh, I love that.
These two new characters are great. Both of them would be great leads in our commercial. I don't know, it's so hard to choose.
I know. And I will make this even harder for you.
Oh no.
We're about to take a look at what event wishes that travelers can look forward to in version 4.3. The candidate pool for the lead role of our commercial is about to get even bigger.
Oh
my
no. In the first half of version 4.3, travelers can look forward to event wishes
Okay,
for
Navia
Navia
y
and
Camille.
Ayaka. A new
Ayaka.
5-star claymore, Verdict, will also be featured in the weapon event
Claymore,
wish.
claro, es
In
una
the second
putacha.
half of version 4.3,
Ah, ok, puta
we'll
madre.
have
Por
returning
ello y
event
Milla,
wishes from the
¿cómo la
Raiden
odian los
Shogun
hijos de
and
puta?
Yoimiya. During this time, Chevrolet will also receive a huge drop rate boost.
Yay.
Ah,
Be sure to
Chevrolet
check
es
them out
4
if you're
estrellas, joder,
interested.
pensé que iba a ser
That's
5.
awesome. Travelers can also look forward
Bueno, está
to
bien.
2 new artifact sets in version 4.3. Songs of Days Past and Nighttime Whispers in the
Hay
Echoing
nuevos
Woods.
artefactos.
Be sure to keep an
para
eye on
Navia y
future
para
announcements to learn more about
alguien
them.
más.
This
A lo
seems
mejor
like
para
the
Ayaka.
perfect
A
time
lo
for
mejor para
our first
Ayaka.
break. We've shared a ton of information
Un
so
especializado
far,
para
and
Ayaka
I
no
bet
estaría nada mal.
travelers could use some time to digest it all.
Porque si
You're
ven,
right.
el nueva de invierno
Let's
le
take a
va
break
bien a
while we take a
Ayaka,
look at the
pero
second
algo
group
más
of
específico
redemption
para Ayaka
codes.
le
The
vendría muy
version
bien.
4.3 special program is brought to you by Chioria Boutique and will return shortly.
Ok, bueno, Chiori 4 estrellas. Es que lo de Yoimiya me revienta. Me revienta que la odien tanto los de Hoyoverse. Poniéndola junto a la Shogun. Si tuviera dinero, sacaría a Yoimiya, sí o sí. Bueno, podría intentarlo, la verdad. No lo voy a negar, podría intentarlo.
Welcome back, everyone. So, we've thoroughly discussed our casting options for the Chioria Boutique commercial. But the content of the commercial is also important,
Nueva
right?
arma
Do you have
para
any
evento.
ideas?
De Rose and
If we're making
Muskets.
a commercial
el
for
eventito.
Chioria Boutique, then how about we include some event footage of Chiori?
Yay!
Chiori is actually going to appear in the event for version 4.3.
What?
Hmm.
Well, the travelers have been able to see her store in the court
Lo
of
peor es que
Fontaine.
Chiori la van a...
Finally get to meet
Bueno,
her in
está
person.
Yes, I
como se
know.
llame,
Travelers
la van a poner
can
junto a la
also
Shogun
look
y
forward to
Yoimiya.
meeting Ayaka and Ayato in Fontaine. Chiori suggested that they should stop by, so here they are.
So cool.
Hey, this is actually the perfect time for
Podría
a
tirar
word
por
from
la
our
tercera
sponsor.
constelación
Our
de
Inazuma
la
born
Raiden,
fashion
pero la verdad es que
icon,
la tercera no me
Chiori.
interesa
Chioria
tanto.
Boutique
Tendría que
is your
juntar para
one-stop shop
sacar
for the
mínimo hasta la
latest and most
cuarta.
influential fashion in Fontaine.
Así que intenté sacar a
That
Yoimiya.
is right. Chiori
Ella se me ha
is
escapado ya
acquainted
muchas
with the
veces.
Kamisato siblings because she's also
Pero Navia
from
debe
Inazuma.
estar.
She actually introduced Ayaka and Ayato to Xavier and recommended that they make the trip to Fontaine for the Fontanalia Film Festival.
So exciting! Will you tell us more about the Fontanalia Film Festival?
Oh, the Fontanalia Festival
La voz
was
de inglés de
established to
Lumain ya
commemorate
sé
the
que lo he dicho
legendary
muchas
Loch
veces y en las
Knights.
últimas también.
According to the
Pero
myths,
es que la voz
they
de
went
Lumain
on
es
a
muy
quest to search for
Beverly
the
Girl.
Oceanids and eventually welcomed the Hydro Archon Egeria to Fontaine.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the most important festivals in Fontaine, like what the Windbloom Festival is to Mondstadt and Lantern Rite is to Liyue.
Ah, so exciting!
Hmm.
The Fontaine Film Association proposed the Fontanalia Film Festival earlier this year, and during this time, the public may submit films for evaluation. The entry with the highest score will be given the Farina Award by the association.
Well, we can see Farina working with Ayaka and the others here. So wait, does this mean that there's a chance that Farina might win the Farina Award? Okay, now I'm intrigued.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to leave you in suspense. If travelers are curious about what Ayaka and the others are doing in Fontaine, or how Farina fared, you'll just have to play the event.
Vamos a ver
when
cuál
the
es la
new
excusa de
version
que Ayaka
becomes
esté en
available.
Fontaine. Me hace mucha
So,
gracia.
we know that several friends from Inazuma will be in Fontaine for the
Y espero que
Fontanalia
Chiori
Film Festival,
en
but
la
travelers have
4.4
so
en la
much more to be
4.5
excited
aparezca
about.
ya.
Travelers will also have the opportunity to participate
Igual, a
in
lo mejor es
variety of
una 4
activity
estrellas,
booths
aunque su
during the
diseño está
festival.
bastante bien.
Each one will have a different theme.
Ooh.
Ah, so cool. The first activity booth is the 1000-pace interdiction arc minute sharpshooting zone. In this activity,
Vale.
travelers will use the special security and surveillance patrol simulation device to practice targeting
Oh.
and shooting opponents.
Yep.
Ooh.
The special patrol wanted the
Jueguito
public to
de-
experience how fun target practice can be.
And the second activity
sniping.
booth is called Trick Shots, Tricky Lights. In this activity, travelers will use the studio's special lighting effects to film a fight scene. Take advantage of the buffs brought about by the special lighting effects
Okay.
to defeat an endless stream of opponents and obtain a higher score.
So cool.
Que muy
Those
fuerte el
special
arma
lighting
de,
effects are
de,
really
de,
giving
Na-
off old
de
movie
Navia.
vibes. Navia's movements are also super smooth. It's all so atmospheric.
Oh, for sure. But not everyone is enjoying the fun and games. Travelers will meet a contract employee at the third activity booth. She needs some help with her demanding client. During the activity Extreme Drive, travelers will help her test out stabilization mecha balls.
Look at how the traveler chases after those stabilization
Okay.
mecha balls. Okay, I bet that contract employee can relate since she's being chased down by that client.
Totally.
Stabilization mecha
Vale,
balls
tienes
seem
que
pretty
llevar a,
ordinary, but they're
a
actually
las
very
cosas
agile.
al tuyo.
They'll automatically avoid all testers by moving in the opposite direction of your movement. You can find jump boosters around the testing grounds. Travelers can use them to jump higher and further, which is perfect for quickly traversing to the other side of a stabilization mecha ball. Travelers in co-op matches will have to find a way to herd as many stabilization mecha balls into their target area as possible within the time limit. The more mecha balls that end up in your area, the more points you'll earn.
The fourth activity booth is called Into the Frame. In this activity, travelers will get to shoot their own scenes by experimenting with different camera positions and narration techniques.
Cool! We get to make a movie! That's awesome.
Yeah.
Travelers might remember helping out Xavier with some filmmaking back in Inazuma, but this seems more professional. Wait, maybe this can be the inspiration for our commercial.
Oh.
Now that I think about it, a Fontanian man went to Inazuma to shoot a film. I guess international travel can be a source of artistic inspiration. That must have also been true in Chiori's case, since she opened Chioria's boutique in Fontaine.
Ooh, that could be a strong theme for our commercial. Actually, Ayaka and Ayato aren't the only Inazumans traveling abroad in version 4.3. Kuki Shinobu just arrived in Liyue for her class reunion.
Yeah,
Interesante.
and Ito decided to tag along as the boss of the Arataki gang. And he brought his Onikabuto
Ito siempre tiene que
with
aparecer,
him. I
cabronazo.
think he plans to train his beetles for battle.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp. That name is definitely very
A ver, la
Ito.
última vez la batalla de los
For
escarabajos
sure.
estaba muy bueno.
And there was
Fue
also
divertido.
a beetle battle event in version 3.4, right? Ito battles against a super powerful beetle battler. I believe his name was Grandmaster Hanakado.
Yep. Grandmaster Hanakato made an impressive showing during the last beetle battle event. This time, he's made the trip to Liyue with Ito. It seems like the two of them have met a mysterious new beetle battle master.
What? Who is it? Tell us.
Tell us, tell us,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't give that away. Travelers will have to discover their identity during the event.
Ah.
Aside from meeting
Sí,
this
los
mysterious new beetle battle
escarabajos.
master, travelers can also look forward to new ways to battle. While the movement and charge mechanics remain unchanged from the original event, travelers can now also instruct Onikabuto to use Guard to defend against Electro Bullet and Jet Stream attacks. Make use of the movement, charge, and guard strategies to topple your opponents no matter what they throw at you.
Qué
Master
malo
them,
es.
and you'll be ready to tackle the ultimate trial of the strong.
Ooh.
Ahora tienes un
Trial of
escudo.
the Strong. Travelers can look forward to encountering an old friend in the Fontanian countryside. That's right, Ullman came to
Oh, vamos a
Fontaine
tener
and
otra
he
vez
brought
un
his treasure map
minicili.
and
Bien,
treasure
ese ya es
seeking
el
Sealy
último.
along with him.
Ah, no, metieron uno nuevo.
Yay!
Ok.
Our mini Sealy friend is back!
So cute. Travelers can help restore the Sealy's vitality by absorbing energy from the locations that are marked on Ullman's treasure map. In return, the Sealy will guide us to the locations of buried treasure. After collecting ancient iron coins during this event, you can exchange them for various rewards, including a mini Sealy in your preferred color.
Ooh. Okay, so in the event preview, it looked like some of the treasures
Brilliance es el
located
nuevo.
underwater, but when I first arrived in
Creo que de eso
Fontaine, I discovered that
simplemente me
Sealy couldn't follow me
falta
underwater.
el
Is
amarillo.
this treasure-seeking Sealy different?
That is very observant of you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
In this iteration of the Lost Riches event, a new mini Sealy named Brilliance will be available. This new mini Sealy can travel underwater.
Hace tiempo que no tenemos un minicile, ¿eh?
Yeah.
Treasure isn't the only
Creo que el
thing
año
that
pasado.
you'll
Ah, no,
discover
sí, el
in
año pasado también
Fontaine's
subo el
countryside.
minicile, sí.
You might also come across a
Cancel the
mysterious
Resubo.
domain guarded by a unique swordmaster who searches for the meaning of battle. During the Dance of Resolute Will, travelers will get the chance to participate in combat challenges. Each
Ok.
challenge stage will contain 2 rounds. Travelers must select their party compositions before the challenge starts. One of your chosen characters must be used in both rounds, but no other character can be repeated.
Oh, okay.
After you complete a Blade Dance objective during a challenge, you will obtain a heightened verve buff. Defeating opponents while heightened verve is active will grant you more points.
And another old friend is returning in version 4.3. That's right. It's
Y bueno, Liven.
Yay!
Liven siempre tiene que
And
aparecer
if
ya.
Liven is around, then that must mean we'll have a chance to trade
Mínimo
a bunch
uno
of
o
items
dos
for
veces al año
primo
tiene que
gems
aparecer Liven.
again.
Ooh, exciting! Okay, so it looks like Lieben isn't the only old friend we'll be reunited with in version 4.3. Several familiar faces will be
Y
joining
nuevas
the
cartas.
Genius Invocation
Se ignora.
TCG. After this update, travelers will have the opportunity to
TCG.
challenge characters around Fontaine.
Ooh.
A new Fontaine-themed table customization will also be available.
Ah, I'm so excited to see players challenge some Melazines.
I know, so exciting.
Mhm.
Travelers can look forward to the addition of several new cards, including 6 new character cards, plus 5 new monster cards, such as Dvalin, Signora, and Ajdaha, will be obtainable from the corresponding tavern challenges. But that's not all. The Forge Realms Temper event will also be making a reappearance, and there will be an update to the Heated Battle mode. Be on the lookout for future announcements.
There's TCG content to look forward to outside the game as well. The Genius Invocation TCG Asia Invitational will officially begin in
Ahora está de
January
ella
2024.
Xiangling.
Mhm.
La suba. Obviamente el
Travelers can
gato con
look
esa
forward to some
posición.
friendly competition
Y
between
la amiga de
16
ella, que
of the
nunca me acuerdo
top
cómo se llama.
TCG players
Tiene un
all
nombre muy
across
jodido.
Asia. I heard they're some of the best in the region. So cool. Be sure to follow the Astro Carnival X or Twitter account to stay up to date on the latest news about this epic showdown.
Oh my gosh, this is all so exciting!
Mhm.
Well, hang on to that feeling, because we're taking a short break to look at the next group of redemption codes. We'll be back to sharing more exciting information about version
Es la
4.3
última.
in just a moment.
Yay!
Ya debe estar a punto de acabar esto. Ya estamos en el último. Así que solo viene la despedida.
Welcome back, travelers! We've introduced a lot of content, and we've gotten a ton of inspiration for our commercial. Honestly, our promotion is definitely shaping up.
Totally.
But before we reveal our new idea, let's dive
No
into
se
the system
debe repeat
optimizations
challenge,
that the project
optimize
team
per
has
flow,
prepared for
y
version
one-click
4.3.
expedition.
Okay. First, we have some artifact-related optimizations to introduce. With an ever-increasing amount of artifact sets to choose from, many travelers may have been hoping for a better and quicker way to filter and locate desired artifacts. After the version 4.3 update, travelers can check out artifact set recommendations for a given character
Van a poner ya
to see what
recomendaciones.
artifact sets active players have been choosing for that character recently.
That's cool.
In addition,
Digamos que lo
an
más usado.
automatic locking function has been added. Now, when filtering artifacts in your inventory, you can lock the artifacts that fit your filter specifications in batches.
Oh.
With the automatic locking function, newly acquired artifacts that fit your locking criteria will automatically be locked when added to your inventory.
Oh, that's awesome.
Travelers can have
Eso
up to
está muy
2
bien.
preset auto-lock plans for each artifact set. Travelers can choose their own or follow the recommended settings summarized for active player data. Since it may take some time to collect the necessary statistics, new artifact sets will not feature recommended locking settings immediately.
Okay.
Yes. Of course, if you can lock artifacts in batches, you can unlock them in batches as well. Travelers can look forward to both of those features in the new update. That's not all though.
What?
Travelers will be able to sort artifacts by 3 different attributes. Plus, the artifact enhancement screen will allow travelers to add a greater amount of enhancement materials at once.
Ese es muy buen
An
artefacto.
enhancement limit feature will also be available. Hopefully, these optimizations will not only make artifacts easier to find, but also quicker to level. Be on the lookout for future announcements to learn more.
The project team is always working hard to address your survey feedback. So, travelers should look forward to further artifact-related optimizations in future version updates. Improvements to equipping artifacts and other artifact-related optimizations are all in the works.
Ooh.
In addition, the project team has made adjustments to provide smoother ascension and
ya
enhancement experiences
lo
for
tenían que hacer.
travelers. When you level up a character, enhance an artifact, or enhance a weapon, you no longer have to click so many pop-up windows.
Oh, that's awesome. As a new player using a few 1- and 2-star materials to level artifacts,
Está
the whole
bastante
process
bien.
might feel a bit slow, especially
O
with
sea, ya
pop-up
puedes poner
windows
las
appearing.
4.
Totally.
Joder, se habían
This new
tardado.
optimization significantly reduces the amount of pop-up windows that we have to click through, so travelers can look forward to a much smoother enhancement and leveling process. The next optimization has made it easier to repeat domain challenges. Previously, travelers who tried to continue domain challenges would be sent to the entrance of the domain. This meant they would have to run all the way to the center to start the challenge. But after this update, travelers who choose to continue in a domain challenge will load right next
Lo
to the
ponen
area where
luego.
you actually
Bien.
start
Eso
fighting,
ahorra mucho
which is
tiempo.
amazing. So, happy farming, everyone!
O sea, esa tontería ayuda mucho.
Ugh.
O sea,
This
es
should
como
make it way
un
easier for
30
players
segundos
to
o
farm
15
artifacts
que
for
te lo quitan.
Navia.
Oh, yeah,
True, true.
definitely. In addition, version 4.3 has made it easier to clear your quest backlog. Archon Quest Chapter 2 Act 4, In the Depths, An Unexpected Reunion, takes place in the underground mines of the Chasm. In the past, travelers had to complete the world quests, Chasm Spelunkers, and the Heavenly Stones debris before being able to proceed to the Archon Quest. In this update, travelers no longer need to complete those 2 world quests. Instead, travelers can speak directly to the miner who issued the commission to unlock a teleport waypoint.
Oh.
It will take them to the corresponding area and automatically trigger the next steps of the Archon Quest.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Mm,
This will hopefully make it easier for travelers to quickly progress through Archon quests.
So cool. So that'll make it significantly easier for new or lapsed players to access the Archon Quest and claim those sweet, sweet intertwined fates as fast as possible.
eso ayuda mucho.
Yes, definitely.
Digo, no me
For
gusta mucho
sure.
la idea, pero
Also,
están...
one-click
ayudan
expeditions will
mucho.
be available starting in version 4.3. This will
perfecto.
allow
Ya,
travelers
también.
to claim expedition rewards
hacía
and
falta.
repeat expeditions with a single click. Travelers will also be able to claim processed ingredients and forged items with a single click.
Oh, sweet. That's gonna make it easier to collect rewards from Catherine.
Definitely. There's also a ton of other quality of life improvements in this update. For example, optimizations have been made to enemy tracking with the Adventure Handbook and character selection logic during crafting and forging. In addition, when performing mystic offerings, travelers will now be able to add artifacts in batches. There's a lot to look forward to.
Eso suele ser algo que
So
me
be
gusta
sure
mucho,
to check future announcements for
las
more information.
optimizaciones.
Okay, moving on from optimizations, a new Fontaine-style realm layout will be added to the Serenity Pot. Simply purchase the corresponding items from Tubby to unlock it.
Ah, it looks like an aquarium.
I know, right? Travelers can use ocean currents to travel between the islands in this layout. Some islands even have ponds
Vas a ver una
travelers
puta
can
pecera.
use to keep fish.
It looks like a cool
Oh.
underwater
Se tardan
kingdom.
bastante en
It's
sacar
just
esta
so
vez para
pretty.
Fontaine, ¿eh?
Yeah.
No. And they'll be even prettier once travelers have the chance to make them their own. I'm so excited to see what everyone's gonna come up with. Especially my friend's teapots.
Ah, you just want to copy their designs, don't you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I knew it.
I have another piece of super exciting news to share with everyone. Okay, I know, right? The annual Genshin Impact online concert, Melodies of an Endless Journey, is coming soon!
22.
I heard this year's concert is going to celebrate Genshin's classic melodies in an entirely new way. Let's take a sneak peek at some of the amazing moments that this concert has in store.
Es que la música es uno de los mejores apartados que tiene de momento Genshin. No, también el arte es muy bueno. También.
the 2023 Genshin concert held in Shanghai last September will also be online soon, so stay tuned, travelers.
Whoa, so we have 2 online concerts to look forward to?
Yep. Further details will be announced across Genshin Impact's official social media accounts, so be on the lookout for more information. At the end of version 4.3, travelers can also look forward to the
Stellar
release
Moments
of the
Volumen
4th
4.
Genshin Impact character OST album, Stellar Moments Volume 4. The album will feature 26 character songs created by the Hoyo Mix team.
Wait, we're finally getting Alhaitham and Wanderer's OSTs!
Yep, and Farina's song too. Her song All the World's a Stage has already been getting a ton of love.
Oh, that's awesome.
Eso está muy bien. La verdad es que tienen ya muchos volúmenes de música.
Okay, well, that's all the new information we have to share about the update. So, I guess that means it's time for the version 4.3 special program to come to a close. Aww.
But we haven't even come up with a plan for our Chiorio Boutique commercial.
Actually, we've already finished shooting it.
You're right. The
What?
special program was a pretty good commercial. I'm certainly not going to forget the name Chioria Boutique after this.
Totally. Oh my gosh, we really did cover a lot of important information today.
For sure.
Es que no
The
puedo.
most important
No
part
puedo con
is
la
our
voz del
final
Mike.
word from our sponsor, Chioria Boutique. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm so excited to be a part of Genshin Impact, and I cannot wait for all of you to meet Shavras.
Ah, totally. I feel exactly the same. Can't wait to see more Navia in her fighting action. And also, can't wait for little swimming sealies.
Yes.
They are so cute.
So
Oh my
cute.
goodness.
And I think the new mini games are really fun, especially the one where we get to make like a little
Mhm.
movie. I love it.
Yes.
Well, I am just so glad that the 3 of us have been able to do this special program together. This has been so much fun.
Too. Really fun,
And
yeah.
that's all we have for the version 4.3 special program. I hope that everyone's looking forward to experiencing all this exciting new content for themselves. Be sure to check it out when the update goes live.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye guys. See you later.
Bye.
Sí, líder. Ok. Interesante imagen de Xiongling. Ahí está. Interesante lo que se viene. La verdad es que me alegro que en el mandoble hayan puesto ya una puta hacha. Un arma distinta, aunque en serio, lo de Ito me sigue reventando que no le hayan puesto su Masoni como arma. En fin. Pues aquí queda. Muy interesante, la verdad. Todo muy bonito. Todo hay que decirlo. Muy bonito. La misión legendaria de Navia era sí o sí que iba a aparecer. El evento del cine también puede estar interesante. Más que nada porque aparece Ayaka. Me hace mucha gracia que lleve una pistola. Así que nada. Esto ustedes lo verán un día después de este livestream. Así que los códigos no les sirven de nada. Así que adiós. Me voy a dormir.